Hello. So, welcome to the next part of the Life Purpose series. Here I'm going to be talking about how you can align yourself with your life purpose and your life path and finally be able to fulfill your life purpose. So, this is probably the eighth part of the Life Purpose series. And I've already covered a whole lot of background about what a life path is, what a life purpose is, how to, notice your inner guidance and everything. So if you have not watched all of those video lectures, I'll have a link of the playlist of the entire life purpose series somewhere above the video above, and you can start watching them, right? So let's get to understand today how do you recognize your resonances. Since I already talked about that your resonances are one of the biggest clues, energetically speaking, biggest clues to your life purpose frequency. I've already described why your life purpose is not actually a place to arrive at. Life purposes are innumerable milestones laden in your life path, and your life path is your core soul frequency, your individual soul frequency, the frequency if you tune into, suddenly every single thing that you have come here to learn, experience, and be in your life, that for which you have come in this physical mind body consciousness experience, suddenly starts happening, manifesting, coming into your view. Now, the most important thing in order to line up with your life purpose frequency is to finally tune in with your uh, resonances. Now, in the resonance game lecture, I talked about how when you play the resonance game, you start noticing these activities, these engagements during the day where you feel that these things are something that totally is connected with me, and it feels like you're connected with that activity, is that you were meant to do engage in that activity, and that it's happening, and in the right way, in the right time, in the right manner, and it feels really, really good, first of all, and secondly, you feel very, very connected, as if it is something that was meant to be, and finally you are doing what you're meant to be doing. Now, these are your biggest clues to what your life purpose is. Again, I have to make it very, very clear that when you think them as clues, for example, you engage in an activity, for example, that for me, I remember a long, long time back, like when I was like 17 years old, I listened to the first time to a rock, hard rock sort of music. One of the movies that was released in India had some hard rock music, and before that, I was not that much exposed to hard rock, rock as general, because I was from India, and rock is not something which is in the cultural background. When I first time listened to this song, it was a Hindi song, an Indian language song. But when I first time listened to that song, it literally gave me goosebumps, as if like this was something I was meant to experience in my life. And it literally, when it happened, when I was just listening to the song, watching the video in my computer, I felt like I want to experience more of this. I want to be this, and I want to become a musician and want to, experience the state of being the musicians are in when they're playing the music and everything. And it was such a big experience when the music was happening. It, as if like I was resonating with the music itself, as if if my body chemicals must have gone really, really, crazy. It's because I was feeling so ridiculously good, that it literally stood out as one of the most important events in my life. So these are your resonant events. These give you the biggest clue. So with me, I found out very easily that it is music that I should pursue in my life, and it's literally set me off my journey as a musician also. So right now I play music and I have explored a lot of music. I play instrumental music and also sing and stuff. So it literally set me off on a track. It gave me the clue that who I really am meant to become, to, as a being on earth. Now, this are your resonant activities, right? So as you play the resonance game, you have already been coming across these resonant activities. Maybe they are not as big as mine were at the moment, but they are nonetheless happening to you. You still feel that, okay, this thing happened, I feel really connected with these things. Now, when they are happening, it is very important now to understand that how do you translate the message of what your resonance is. Now it might immediately, and how do you take action on it, right? It might immediately feel like, okay, so and maybe you suddenly you are engaging in something and you feel like, you should write a book. Okay, and the idea, as you pondered on it, felt really, really, really good, and you felt like, I should definitely do it. It makes sense for me because I feel so good. Now, when this resonant event happens, do not try to logically analyze it. Do not try to plan it. Do not try to think in a linear way to what it will lead to, what good it will do to your life, and all that stuff in the future that will happen, and all that stuff that the mind comes in and tries to make you think about. Don't do any of that, because that is one sure shot way to lower your vibrational state of being and to get yourself out of the vicinity of your life purpose path, right? Now, as I mentioned, that the action, your life path is not a place that you arrive at. It's not your life purpose is not a set of actionables that you do. It is a state of being. It is a state of consciousness that you have to tune yourself into, and that's it. So it's not a doing, but rather a being, right? Now that you're understanding this, when this resonant event happens in your life, I want you to just enjoy the event rather than thinking what to do about it. That is the first thing. Okay, and when the resonance drops, leave it without trying to cling to the experience, because the wisdom should, I will talk about it in my next lectures, but I will give you some hint that it is not the event that is happening that is making you feel good, or that is making you feel connected, but it is you who is tuning into your life path frequency by playing the resonance game, by listening to your inner guidance, who is actually making those resonant events happen and come into your experience in your life. So when you try to cling to those events, try to get yourself, repeat those events, feeling that if more of these events happen, then I will feel more good. What you are doing is you are bringing a sort of neediness, a sort of clinginess, a sort of a sort of feeling of lack, that what was resonating with me is now gone. I want more of this, and I'm now looking for it. Now this looking for is actually driven by the feeling of lack that you have again created. You created the resonant event because you were tuning into your core frequency by listening to your inner guidance, by doing more of the things that you like and doing less of the things that you don't like. That is how you got there. You created it. Now when you create this lack vibration in your system, now the resonant events are going to go away because you have literally lowered your state of vibrational frequency, and now more of reflection of your lower vibrational frequency will come in forms of your experiences. And that is when you really move out of your life purpose frequencies. That is where people mess up. I messed up a lot of times before this wisdom sank in. So it is not about the external events, it is about you. Your life purpose is about you tuning into your state of frequency, which is a core vibrational frequency, and just tuning in more and more and more. And when these resonant activities, events happen, just engage in them and enjoy them, and when they end, move. Don't cling to them, because more of these events in different forms, not in the same form, are going to come in your experience if you stay true to your indicators and if you play the resonance game. That's all you need to do. You do not need to cling to the events, right? Because when you listen to your inner indicators, anyway your vibrational frequency will move near your life purpose frequency, near your life path frequency, and more of this resonant events will happen in your life. And that is what exactly is moving to your life purpose is all about. Because once you start doing that, you will start experiencing all those things that you're here to experience in life just by tuning in. See, what you want in your life is not to do something, but to experience something and learn something and enjoy something. That is what you really want to do. It seems like you want to do something, but the doing itself is an experience. An experience is experienced and not done. And the way you experience something is by being, because it's is our being nature which experiences something. You are a consciousness who is not doing. You are a consciousness by default, and you are being constantly, and that is how you're experiencing life, right? So this is my teaching of today. Whenever these resonant activities happen, enjoy them. Number one. When they end, leave them, drop them, do not cling to them, and just start listening to your inner guidance and keep playing the resonance game. Number three, when more of these resonant events happen, do not try to plan out, do not try to think what I should do more of, how it will lead to something, or all that stuff. What you just do is just try to find out how it feels when this resonant event happens. How it feels. Does it feel good? Does it feel better? Does it feel really good? And all that stuff. And try to engage in more of such events which promises such feelings. Which means as you play the resonance game more and more, when you notice a certain event is happening which feels like that it has that resonant potential, it makes me feel that kind of good feeling and connected, engage in more of these events. So that is what you're basically doing, is you are fine-tuning the resonance game and fine-tuning your listening skill to your inner guidance. And that is when you are really tuning into your life frequency. And very soon your life will be filled with such resonant activities which will come as confirmation that you are fulfilling your life purpose, because all the experiences that you call meaningful events will start happening. And soon one part of your life purpose will be completed and the next one will be revealed. As I talked about, that your life purposes are infinite because your journey in the life path is eternal. So I hope that this has been useful information, useful wisdom, and I hope you'll be able to implement and apply during your journey to your life path. And if you're watching this in my website, then what I would like you to do is to leave a comment. Let me know like how your journey has been. If you're watching in my YouTube channel, what I would like to do is subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon notification, because I'll be uploading daily tutorials on fulfilling your life purpose, so you will be able to get notified whenever I upload them. So have a great day, and I will meet you in the next lecture. Bye bye.